Alright, so it is January 12th, and it's 65 degrees outside. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do complete hive inspection on all 4 hives. I'm going to give all of the hives some sugar syrup, if they seem to need it. And I'm finding it interesting that all of these bees are coming back to the hive right now, and they're coming back with their legs packed with pollen. I have no idea where they're getting it. That is interesting. But let's get inside the hives and see what's going on. I'm going to wear protection today because there's not a lot of resources out there, and what they have, they're going to want to protect. And I don't want to get stung. Let them know I'm coming. All right, ladies. I am your friend. Ooh, that's light. All right, girls. See what you got down here. All right, let's have a look. Well, I can tell you this, for January, this is a huge, huge population of bees. I think the hive heaters are doing what they're supposed to. Let's see what we have for stores. Then we'll give you girls some food. You have nothing there. Oh, you girls need some food. Nothing there. You are empty. I'm coming just in time with the food. I'll tell you that. No food there, but a lot of angry bees. They're packing the pollen away. You know what? I don't even need to go through this hive anymore. One, they're angry. And they're angry because I don't think they have any food, and they're trying to protect what they have. The population of bees is high. Now this might be because of the hive heater. Now this box is pretty loaded with food. This box is pretty heavy. This box is pretty heavy. I'm going to go ahead and feed these girls anyways. Let's throw this right here. So let me take a moment to show you this. So we just finished building the hive heater, and all of those videos haven't been released yet. They may or may not have by the time you see this one. But if you are going to use the hive heater and feed your bees, you're going to have to build a screened shim that will hold a bucket, yet allow airflow up into the top of the hive. That's the only way we can take the hive's temperature. So let's go get some sugar water. Okay, ladies, here you go. Get out. Get out. Come on. There we go. Now I'm your friend again, aren't I? Here's your rock. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to bring the camera up close. Well, I don't know where these girls are getting this pollen, but let me tell you, They are covered with it. And this is like a lime green pollen. It's almost as if there's another beekeeper out there that is feeding pollen to their bees. This is crazy, but I'll take it. All right, so if these bees are less aggressive than those bees, I may try to find the queen. They don't look like they're going to be. They're all protecting what they have. Can't say that I blame them. See what we have going on here. Oh, that's a heavy box. And look at this population of bees. There are a ton of bees in here. Let's see if we can find the queen. They're packing this pollen away. There's a ton of this yellow pollen. I have no idea where they're getting it. It's January, there's nothing in bloom, unless, and this may be what bees do, I don't know. I don't know if bees will forage pollen from dead wildflowers. Now that could be where they're getting it, because there was a huge goldenrod bloom in the fall, and because we were in a pseudo drought, there really wasn't a lot of nectar associated with it. However, could it be there's some brood? If I can find a queen. Could it be that they are out there gathering nectar, gathering pollen from dead flowers? I do not see the queen, but I do see brood all over this frame. Take a really close look to make sure she's not on here. Because if I were the queen, this is where I would be. I don't see her. Holy moly, another frame of capped brood. See if I can find the queen. Do not see her there. More capped brood. This is almost a solid frame of capped brood. I am almost positive that this is happening for two reasons. One, because I've got the hive heaters on this hive, and two, I just recently fed them some pollen patties. And those two things, I think, have allowed this hive to maintain a strong population. And let me tell you, that hive is the same way, guaranteed. A ton of bees. I mean, a ton. And if this keeps up, I'm going to go into spring with a huge population of bees. And another, this is my third frame of capped brood. Third frame of capped brood. I do not see the queen. I can tell you this, based on the brood that's in here, she's got to be in this hive. More capped brood. Don't see the queen. More capped brood. There are stores on this frame. There's pollen, which doesn't surprise me considering the amount of pollen they're bringing in. All right. I'm not going to go through the last two frames. I'm going to assume that the queen is either on one of those frames or on one of the frames in this upper box. I'm going to put this one back together. I've been in here long enough. Seal it up. This hive does not seem to need any resources as far as sugar water or pollen. But considering the population they've got in there, I'm going to feed them anyways. Oh, yeah. I was not expecting this. I thought for sure the population of bees in these hives would be higher than normal, higher than what I see most beekeepers come out of spring with, right? Because of the fact that I've got heaters on these hives. But these hives are as strong now as they were in June. This is crazy. And I've got 5 frames of brood, of capped brood in this box. I didn't check this box or this box. There is no queen excluder, so the queen could be anywhere. She could be laying eggs everywhere. But that hive was very strong. This hive is very strong. I'm going to assume that the other 2 hives are just as strong. This has got to be because of the heater. Now, I think that if you put the hive heater on the hives and did not provide sugar water, they might starve because this is a huge population of bees. So they really have to be taken care of. Hey girls, oh, here you go. And you, young lady, you're a baby bee. You need to get out. Get down there. And here is your rock. So if you've watched my channel before, you know that in the past I've used ratchet straps on the hives. And then this hive started leaking, so I went and got these roofs. And let me tell you, just throwing a rock up on top of the hive, that's the way to go. The ratchet straps, too much work. I like this. Now, last night we had some powerful storms come through and I was very worried about the hives. I didn't want them to blow over. But I knew that the bees had these things, had these hives glued together in such a way that there's no way a wind was going to knock these hives over. Plus the weight of the rock, which is, I guess, inconsequential. Let's move to the other 2 hives. They still have some of their Christmas dinner left. See some pollen patty in there. The population of bees in this hive is just like the hive next door. This is crazy. I'm not going to dig through this hive. I'm just going to have a look, and then I'm going to give them some food. Here we go. See if we can see the pollen. Look at the pollen on her legs. I hope the camera's focusing. That is crazy. I have no idea. I have no idea where they're getting this. Nor do I have an idea of what it is. If anybody has any ideas, leave it in the comments. I'd like to know. I've seen some bees come back with very, very dark orange pollen, but most of them are coming back with this light yellow, almost banana colored. All right, ladies. I'm not going to get in your hive. I'm just going to feed you. All right, ladies. There you go. Have that. Now you come on out. You too, out. And your rock. Make sure to remember, plug their heat back in. Right, let's let these girls know I'm coming. The same thing. These bees are loaded with yellow pollen. Look. All right. Hi, ladies. All right, there's a human coming. Just me, the bringer of the food. Oh, you're heavy. A lot of stores. Same thing, the population in this hive is crazy. Holy moly. Now keep in mind, this is mid-January. This is crazy. Well, crazy good. Thank you, ladies. I don't want to smash you. Just want to see if everything's as good as it looks. See if you have any brood. That's a very light frame. Thank you, ladies. Nobody needs to start the new year squashed. A lot of bees. A lot of pollen. Which doesn't surprise me. But what I want to see is I want to see capped brood. Ladies, let me in there. Oh, and we have a full frame of capped brood. They're making drones. Hey, Queen, are you in here? More brood. More drone comb. I don't know if that's a thing. Do bees ever make drone? Do they ever make drones in the wintertime? I mean, that might be a thing. My assumption was they always kicked the drones out so they didn't eat any resources. They're using the resources, and then in the spring they made new drones. But I do have heaters on these boxes, so that could explain why I have drone capped drone cells. Another full frame of brood. Capped brood. Looking for a queen. More capped brood. See the queen. Again, she could be anywhere. She could be in any one of these three boxes because there is no queen excluder. Again, more capped brood. these hives are going to be amazing in the spring. I mean, these hives are going to be amazing in the spring. This is spectacular. Lovely. Oh, hive beetle. How did you survive the winter? You're gone. Toast. Or splat. Goner. The battle with hive beetles continues. Alright, so this is a resource frame. It's filled with pollen. No nectar. There's been very little nectar in this box, but I know that there's a lot of nectar in the box that was above it because it was very heavy. They're drawing fresh comb. That's something else I didn't expect to see. They're drawing fresh comb on the next frame as well. Now I am going to button this up. I'm not going to find the queen. She's not in this box. I'm sure she's in the hive, because we wouldn't have all these full frames of brood if she wasn't. Yeah, I hear you. I jiggled your frame. Now you're wanting to jiggle my frame. I got you. And back into the hive. Here you go, girls. This box is heavy. It's a lot of bees. Holy moly. Oh, and this box is heavy with resources. A lot of syrup in there. Right, ladies. Here you go, and you off, you off. Here you go. Okay, come on. So here, back on the hive. Plug it back in. Well, I tell you, that was a great way to take advantage of a great day in the middle of January. Now, the bees are flying more than I thought they would be. I thought they would just be out doing cleansing flights and jumping right back in the hive because there would be no resources out here. But they're finding pollen somewhere, don't know where. It's like banana colored yellow. Then I see some bees coming in with bright orange Cheeto puffs on their legs. I don't know where they're getting that. They may be getting it from dead flowers. I don't know. But what surprised me was the amount of capped brood that I found in these hives. I'm talking 5 frames of brood per hive, and one of the hives even had drone comb in it. That's just unheard of for this time of year, as far as I know. This is my first winter beekeeping, but I see how other hives and other beekeepers on YouTube and other videos that I've watched, I see how they come out of the winter in spring with very small clusters or just a handful of bees. And I have to tell you that these hives are as strong now, if not stronger now, than I saw them in June. So I'm going to make the leap that it's because of the hive heaters. I'm providing a good climate in there. 65 to 70 degrees is what I'm providing. They're doing the rest to keep their brood at the right temperature. The queen is in there laying. I've fed them pollen patties, which is keeping the population up. And they've had a lot of sugar water in the fall, and I just gave them more sugar water now. The good thing about the hive heaters is that because I'm constantly evacuating the hive and throwing warm, dry heat in the hive, that helps the bees to evaporate the nectar that I give them. So I just gave them 1-to-1 sugar water, and they're going to take that, throw it in their honeycomb, and they're going to cap it, and they'll have stores to eat. I'll come out and I'll check again, especially the first hive. The red hive, it seemed a little light on stores, so I'll come back out and I'll give it probably another gallon of sugar syrup maybe 2 gallons before the season's over. The other 3 hives were in great shape. They're heavy. I gave them sugar water anyways. I didn't want them to feel left out. The green hive still had a little bit of its Christmas pollen patty left, but the other 3 hives did not that I could see anyways. And something else that was neat to realize is that the wax paper that the pollen patties were in is gone. They've pulled it from the hive. Now I've seen a couple of small pieces laying on the ground out in front of the hives, but I've not seen any big sheets, but I didn't see it anywhere in the hive. It may be in the very bottom, laying on the bottom board. I didn't go that deep into the hives. I'm gonna assume that that's where it is, unless they've just chewed it up into nothing. But all in all, I'd say today was a success. We got to see a huge population of bees, drone comb, which I didn't expect, a lot of capped brood. The bees all have good, stores, plenty of resources to get them through the rest of the winter. They're bringing pollen in from somewhere. I did not find the queen's, but I'm positive she's in there. So until next time, happy beekeeping. Man, that's a lot of bees. The question is, should I put my veil back on to go get the equipment? And I think the answer is yes.